This is the Portland Saturday Market. Normally there are thousands of people down here. I think it's maybe 100, maybe. Empty booths all the way down. One busker. Normally I can't even walk right here. It's so crowded. It's fucking insane. These should be all solid booths. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 booths here right now. Okay, so what you just saw there was the Portland Saturday Market. It's a weekend market down on the waterfront in downtown Portland. I just figured I would go. I haven't really left the house last couple of days. Not out of any like COVID fears, just because of nothing to do, and just like save money, hang out at my house, watching YouTube, whatever. And I figured I would get a house day. It was snowing this morning. It's still snowing outside. And we're gonna take some photos, maybe head to the market, just go walk around a little bit and see how Portland's reacting to this. That place, as I said in the video, is normally packed. There's booths everywhere. There's crowds everywhere. Now, there is a weather issue with this as well, but I have a feeling a lot of that is the COVID fears. I'm just utterly shocked and amazed. While I was there, I was talking to a couple of guys working there, and one of them got laid off mid-conversation. His boss came by and said, well, I got some good news and bad news. Good news is you can come back a couple hours and break down. The bad news is we don't need you tomorrow or for the coming weeks. Yeah, it's... holy shit. Support your local artists, support your local stores, folks. Walking around downtown, pretty much every restaurant I saw was closed. I saw a couple open, but most restaurants, bars shut down, boarded up. The only line I saw, oddly enough, was at Voodoo Donuts, which probably had the best place because, like, all right, it's a bunch of people congregate in one tight spot, which you're not supposed to do, and also eating the most unhealthy thing you can possibly eat. Not that I should be talking about health, but yeah, it's fucking insane. So anyway, so I left there and figured I'm gonna go over to Trader Joe's really quick and buy some more coffee beans because I got like one bag left and just kind of stocking up. Not any kind of freak out thing. I've been watching the news and people saying like New York's out of stuff, LA's out of stuff. I'm like, how can these stores be out? Like New York, I gotta get Manhattan, pain in the ass, but like really LA. I went to Trader Joe's and they were empty. Now it's not empty. It's not New York empty, but like there's like you walk by all the frozen bins, couple items left in them. They were putting pasta on the shelves. It was coming off as fast as they could stock it up. And one lady even said, "Come and get it. Pasta's going up." And people were swarming her. Coffee beans pretty much out. I got one of the last like large tubs of coffee. Normally a coffee I don't drink, so it's like kind of a bum, but whatever. Gotta do. But I did buy a little bit of pasta they had there. Got some more oatmeal to keep myself stocked up, and bought a bunch of frozen spinach, a few frozen goods, just to keep the fridge stocked. I'm pretty well stocked. I'm not worried. I've got last fall I bought a bunch of dry goods. I bought lentils, beans, chickpeas, and I've got and a giant thing of quinoa. So I will have food, even if it sucks. Even if I'm eating really boring shit for weeks. But yeah, it's a scary real thing out there. If you guys are in a spot in the cities that don't have it, awesome. If you are, I would advise paying attention, and when you have a chance, go get what you need. Get your cupboard stocked up, and it might not be the healthiest thing in the world, but having some pasta, things that can sit for a couple weeks, some canned soup or whatever, do it. Nobody knows how long this is gonna go. I try to listen to all the experts online, on the news. So I'm trying to listen to the CDC or Michael Osterholm Osterholm. Like listen to people who actually know what they're talking about when it comes to diseases, and I'm trying not to listen to hysteria or things where it's a political thing, like where somebody's patting themselves on the back. Not gonna say who, but you all know who I'm talking about. One person really likes to pat themselves on the back with every speech, getting really annoying. I just want the facts. And everybody who has the facts is saying this could go on for a while. I don't know how the country's react to all this. It's when you see the effect on small businesses, it's unbelievable. I posted a video this morning on my Facebook page. It's from I think Tupelo Theater. It's a little small like theater, I guess in Tupelo, and three employees, like it's a husband and wife own it, and they have basically a box office person, and they were just talking about the effect of the canceled tours and how much money they're losing. It's $30,000 a month in their rent or mortgage revenues on the other place, $1,000 a week on their taxes. That just money you have to pay for deposits on bands coming in. And that's just one theater. And you go all these other venues, and you think like restaurants. I caught an article on, I think it was a stranger, was talking about the restaurant closures in Seattle, and the places they're shutting down. They can't afford to stay open. They've got people who bought a bunch of stock, have got food going bad they can't sell, which is a lot. Inventory is super expensive, and then they've got the overhead if people aren't coming in. If there's any way you can safely contribute to your local economy, do so. Go, like maybe you're not going to go sit at the coffee shop, but go buy the beans from the coffee shop. Get some takeaway from that restaurant. Maybe don't, if you don't want to sit there, if you don't feel like you're comfortable, but like anything you can do to keep your local businesses going, because that's going to keep your friends employed as well. And that's the one thing that's really, really big and scary right now, is that all these small businesses support a bunch of employees who aren't going to be working. And most people in this country cannot last for more than a couple weeks without a paycheck. Even a couple weeks is, I spent years living paycheck to paycheck. Probably up until I was 30 almost, where I was, until I started like really touring full time, where I wasn't, going back to the day job. If I didn't have a paycheck for 2 weeks, it was like, oh my God, I'm screwed. And a lot of people in this country are in that spot. So any way you can help out support your local economies, please do. We need it. Everybody needs it. Another thing I saw that I think should be noted. A friend of mine posted on Facebook this morning, and I'm probably guilty as everybody else. For those out there who have been saying this is a hoax, or say we should be concerned, or are still saying we should be concerned, or have been and now are going, well, it's pretty bad. Don't say I told you so. Just don't rub it in. It doesn't fucking help. It really doesn't help. Some people are, people are getting bad information. That's the whole thing. People are actually getting straight up bad information on things. I have friends who are doctors who are like literally posting bad information. People are still comparing this to the flu, going, well, 80,000 people died last year. What the hell are you worried about? And they're ignoring all the other things associated with this. And they're trying to compare something that just started, something that's been going on for years, and like, the comparisons don't help. Just listen to your local officials, listen to the CDC, listen to WHO, listen to the feds when they're not patting themselves on the back and saying how great they are and how amazing they've been. Nobody out there is trying to tank the economy. That's the whole thing. Nobody out there is trying to win political points with this. Nobody's trying to blame the other side. Now, they have been, but they're not like really ultimately, when you start talking shutting down the airlines, when you're talking about shutting down, basically the entertainment business, so you're shutting down the country, shutting down borders, that's not something anybody takes for political points. They don't do that unless there's actually a reason for it, because the fallout for everybody is gigantic. If you don't think the fallout that Trump is going to take over this is not huge, it's huge. If you don't think the fallout for Jay Inslee in Washington State, the governor here in Oregon, the governor in California, if you don't think the fallout for them is gigantic, it is. They've got a chunk of people who are massively pissed off. So you walk into a store, you walk in like a local store, and somebody says like, oh, we're out of this, and people freak the fuck out. Like, it's not that person's fault. They're just, trying to do their job. The government officials are trying to look out for our safety. They're looking out for the healthcare industry's safety, making sure that hospitals don't get overwhelmed by this. So give people a break, give people a rest. Love your friends, love your love your mother, love your father, love everybody around that you can. And once again, any way possible, support your local businesses however you can do it. I know we all have to like kind of watch our own right now. We have to, watch the bank accounts because none of us know when we'll be working again. So many are just shut down. Uh, it's bad, but if you have the ability, try to shop local just because it is going to help keep your community running and keep your neighbors fed, keep roofs above their houses as well. And hopefully we'll get through this together. I got some comments and some messages like last couple days. I haven't had a chance to go through them. I will, and I will try to answer stuff and talk about those topics. I just kind of wanted to talk about today with going to the store and seeing what I saw. Because it was eye-opening for me. I truly did not expect that in Portland. I joked a couple weeks ago about or last week about going to Safeway and then being out, Safeway, then being on toilet paper. Going, oh my God, ha ha ha, one aisle. This is considerably more than that. So take care of yourselves, take care of your neighbors. Love you all, and I will probably be back tomorrow because I got nothing else to do. So, be safe. See you tomorrow.